Into the match for Johnston. Number 3, Kate Strickler for West Des Moines Valley. Number 3, Ava Stremler. Number 8, Finley Rivera. And number 10, Casey Lucky.
Check. Want to see if they can get it at the station?
Get power? Okay, yeah. I'm going to call Danny.
Okay.
So are you streaming to video link? Go ahead.
Live video link.
Yep, go for it. Let me call Danny.
I'm streaming now.
Okay, let me call Danny and see if
it's not real good.
Well.
This would be the only thing like that. No. The truck is no problem.
Danny, hey, it's Chad. Hey, so our generator died. So here's the thing: we got the live view set up, and we got a single EMP camera shooting the game, and Kevin is streaming it to video link like we did. So at least could you go start that as a stream and at least kick that out there? So it. Yep. So it should be going. The connection isn't super great, but it's something at least. So he should be streaming now. We're on our MiFi, and the networks out here suck. But see what you got, and give me a call. We'll see if it works. Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye. He's scrambled again. All right. He's gonna go try to get it up and go. No.
But they can do a live cast, or they did it for.
As long as it has like pictures and sound, that would be cool.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to the soccer complex. I wasn't even picking this up.
Okay, so you're on something?
I'm on something. So.
I'm on something.
This thing's almost dead.
That's almost dead.
It's almost dead.
Okay, I'm going to see if we can find some actual power.
So I don't know how long this has.
I know. Let me go see if I can find some.
I think my back focus is off.
Watch your foot, Darren. Thank you. There you go.
There you go.
Checking in before the water break for the Dragons. Number 4, Lydia Luo. Number 10, Tyler Donaldson. And number 20, Molly Tracta.
Sounds like we have the same game plan. What flavor did you get?
So is this mono going to 1?
Is it what?
Mono going into 1 for
Yes.
sound?
Yep.
Do we want to hook up DJ to that? Do you want to?
Can.
Because all we'd have to do is move the headset to there. You wouldn't hear anything, but you could talk.
Fine.
Just one of you though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you on?
Way to go.
You asked me to throw one in.
Yeah.
So they said they might be able to link us up there.
Yeah, it's a weird angle.
Yeah, so
Because this.
they're working on it right now.
Can you check out?
I don't have a headset, but I can look. Give me a check.
Mic test 1 2 1 2. Mic test 1 2.
I think so. It's bouncing.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Are you on there?
Yeah. Let me know when you want to get back on. Here, Justin.
Hey!
Or get up here. I can go like this.
You can't link two?
Ready? You can also do this.
I think so.
I don't think we're broadcasting, but
Carry on with the one and I'll...
So here we go, just after the water break, a 1-1 game. We do apologize for our technical difficulties. We are back on the air. It's Valley and Johnston in the 3A state championship. The Dragons started the scoring first off with a header from Emma Hampton to get the goal scoring at 8:42 into the contest. Not too much time later, at 9:38 mark, JC Lucky scored her 7th goal of the season. That's where we're at, knotted at 1. Dragons wearing their black uniforms with white numbers. And for the Valley Tigers, it is white with black numbers. So again, tied at 1, just getting going. Both teams have stretched the field, have answered the call as this 3A championship continues to move on. And look out, here's Balsley with her left foot trying to hit the corner on Spain, who's been a terrific defender. The right foot will slide in, and it'll be sucked up well by the keeper in Lydia Anderson for Valley, who's had a number of stops already on the day. And quickly back down the field, here comes Litt. Litt being unchallenged all the way through. Her shot fired in is going to be blocked back here by the Dragons. Johnston's defense today, bend but don't break. Now another chance. Hoffa trying to stretch it to the outside. They'll place it to the middle. Hampton will try to clear it with a kick up the middle. So again, Valley will reset. Justin, what have you seen so far out of this?
So far the matchup at the back here between Anna Spain and Balsley is going the way of Anna Spain. She's doing a great job just taking care of Balsley. But that's not the only player to watch out for. There's a number of players in the squad. On the Johnston side, especially in the wide areas, you've got to be careful of.
So we'll have a goal kick here coming up for the Dragons. Meredith Downs out in front of net, the Simpson signee. Second team all-conference from a year ago, ready to put a charge into it. We're tied at 1 through the first water break, and with about 18-13 to play. Back into action. The Tigers, again, have just been relentless defensively. Their midfielders have really turned this game around on the action. To the outside, Pepper Earl, who's had a solid contest here so far. She'll give way to the middle of the field. Goldstein. Now to Litt. Again, they try to go to the middle. Dragons trying to hold it in defensively with Vu, but not happening. Again, tied at 1. Here come the Tigers, stretching the outside of the field. That's Lucky. And we will have a penalty called. So the Dragons will have a free kick deep. It'll come to Emma Hampton, the Iowa signee. Of course, the Dragons winning a state basketball championship, trying to follow that up with a state soccer championship too as well.
Yeah, and Emma Hampton scoring the goal. Also, like I said earlier, it's going to be at the back. Who's going to be the tightest? Who's going to close down the space the quickest? As you can see here, Valley looking to get forward in the wide areas, which they have been doing. Credit to the goal that was scored earlier, in the just 5 minutes after the Hampton goal for Johnson.
Here's where Valley's been so dangerous so far. This is going to be their third corner of the game, as Lucky will do the chores from the far corner. We're giving you a field eye view here of this 3A state championship. A different look. As you see how the defense sets in, we'll follow the ball through. This one booted in. The header, Hampton's going to redirect it out. Valley trying to pick up the rebound. The shot put in, and it'll be bounced off. And guess what? We're going to do it all over again. Elin Litt really put a foot into it, went off of a Dragon defender. Now we have more substitutions coming in and out of the game. We've seen this quite frequently here, Justin, here today at the State Soccer Championships. Coaches probably substituting, or they are substituting a lot more frequently than they would during the regular season.
Yeah, well, I'm used to Chappie now. We've spoken about it, how he just subs in the players on the roll as the corner goes in. But you're talking about Litt. She's fired this place up. Field 6 is on fire now. So down the left-hand side, you've got Litt, who's getting past the right back, getting crosses into the area. And like I said, in the wide areas, and that's where Valley are being effective.
The referee today, Nicole Skeppen, using the whistle again. Free kick here coming up for the Dragons. Hampton again will do the chores. Haven't seen much advancement of the ball or a long possession here for the Dragons today. It's been a lot of quick strikes, as Johnston with Luau able to free the ball, as this one's going to be sent down here along the near sideline. Balsley battling the ball, and Pepper Earl shielding her away, and now we have the whistle. So a free kick here for the Valley Tigers. Terrific job by Pepper Earl. Simpson signee has taken on a lot of challengers, best offensive players throughout the season, and has defended well. As the Tigers and Dragons battling it out here again, tied at 1 with 14:35 to play in the half. Boy, a big body shot that time as the Tigers free the ball. Earl will center it back. This goes to Goldstein, and it will be a throw for the Tigers. And it looks like while we have a stoppage in play, each team going back to their bench. Johnston will send in a couple of players. How do you feel about the action so far?
Well, it's been end-to-end, hasn't it, BJ? I mean, it's up and down, but I think in situations like this, Anna Spain could have created an angle to play out, but she opted for Goldstein just to deliver straight down the field. This is where they need to be patient. The switch is on,
Into the match for Valley.
and Goldstein could have gone out the other way, but they've done well here with Grace Olsen receiving the ball with great technique, looking to switch the point of attack.
Number 2.
There go Valley again.
Here come the Tigers. trying to strike while the iron is hot here. This shot comes in, and it's going to be snared by Meredith Downs. Easy play as she caught the line drive, and Downs releases the ball in a hurry. Trying to find Bowlesley will have to go against two defenders, somewhat marked here in this first half.
Just look at that technique there from Anna Spain, just ducking and diving in between two defending players, one of them being Bowlesley. Did really well. Awareness and return is unbelievable, but here's Bowlesley, and this is where she likes the ball. Good positioning here from the back line of Pepper Earl playing right back. She's done a great job so far. She's tucking in at the right moments and just covering space.
Seems like the Valley Tigers like getting down by a goal. They did the other day against Waukee Northwest, and then they scored 3 unanswered. Here we're still tied at 1. Hampton leading the charge out of the back. Trying to get it ahead to Bowlesley, but Goldstein will smash it away.
You know, power, just a stinger. That's all we need.
As this one will stay in play. Here come the Dragons. Again, trying to snare ahead of it was Howe. Goldstein shielded her away. Tigers back with the possession. Again, tied at 1 with 12:15 to play in the opening half of this 3A title game. Again, we've had technical difficulties here with Iowa PBS. And we're giving you the best we can right now, and we hope that you can enjoy the coverage of watching this action because it is fast-paced. And you can see already the way that these two teams are laying it out on the line. It was Valley earlier this year defeating Johnston back on April the 20th with a 2-0 score. Here we are tied at 1. Tigers with a quick throw from the near sideline. The big deep shot. Hampton will just club it ahead. Each team trying to find those crisp passes. Each team knowing each other very well, finding those lanes. Bowlesley with a foot race trying to beat out Spain. Out ahead, now it's 1-on-1. These are two superstars going at one another. Bowlesley will try to send it in. Goldstein will knock it away. And we have a whistle.
But just look at the pace there of Bowlesley. Credit to Anna Spain, stayed on her feet, stayed set, didn't dive in. Showed Bowlesley in on the right foot. Didn't want her to go down the line. On the right foot, showing into pressure. And Goldstein was there to clean up.
So now the free kick here coming from Goldstein, of course, going to play at Rhodes College. In fact, she's been with head coach Rob Chapman for a long time. He's coached her since she was in elementary, kindergarten as a matter of fact. And now trying to win yet another state championship, just like Valley did a few years ago. Tigers down deep. That one left clean out and open to the middle. Valley again just trying to find a rebound or a carom that they could play with. Tigers with Ava Hall.
Restarted it, so it says it's streaming to video.
And that will roll out. Boy, both teams, Justin, coming with a lot of energy.
Yeah, we expected this today, end to end with both of these sides obviously going for the championship here in the Class 3A. Avery Galloway just sitting in front of the back four in the midfield for Valley, just cleaning up, breaking up play, and just playing it straight back in first time, relieving pressure. What I've been impressed with is Olsen out wide, and I've been impressed with Lip when she's in, and Fanta. They've been absolutely brilliant in the wide areas for Valley. Well read here by Anna Spain. She reads the play well. Look at her going forward here. She's going to look to try and get into the attack. She loves to do that. And I think her role today is just back into the back four, the two centre backs, and take care of Bowlesley. Make sure you got one eye on her.
Hampton will step up to take the ball. Dragons trying to advance it. Good battle for the ball. And Valley will get a free kick here coming up. So the Tigers, we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, was they've got 10 seniors that have signed on to play college soccer, including 3 that are headed to St. Cloud State. That'd be Anna Spain, Grace Olsen, and Zoe Fantner. What a trio that's headed up to Minnesota. So again, tied at 1, 8:42 to play first half. Goal by Hampton for Johnston, and a goal put in by Lucky. Back to work. Dragons will try to clear it. Stays inside of the zone. Here's Lucky to the outside. The shot! That just goes wide of the net. Boy, JC, she is playing in front of her feet today. Wow.
Thank you.
And the Tigers going right to their bench again.
Well, Johnston are lucky on that occasion because the ball went into the side netting. It was Rachel Hansen just driving that ball across. But those are the other chances. Meredith Downs kept in line. Ball goes out for a goal kick. As there's a free kick conceded, and as I turn around, it's Avery Galloway that's given away the free kick. Just slowing play down. Coming up to 7 minutes to go of the half. I think both teams are going to be really cautious here not to concede a goal.
So you want attention
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So live here from the sideline, Iowa PBS, as it's Johnston and Valley all tied at 1. 7:20 to play. Johnston will have the throw here from the near sideline. Luau nearly had it intercepted. It will stay out. Another throw here coming up for the Dragons. Again, tied at 1 in the state championship. As Liang couldn't handle the pass, we'll turn it back over to the Valley Tigers, who again just get up and get going. Stemler with her throw will do it again as it was deflected out. What beautiful night here at Cownie Soccer Park. And this 3A matchup going strong. Here's Balsley. Isabel out ahead, has a runner out in front. The goal is open and unable to eclipse it, as being tripped up that time was Tyler Donaldson as she slowed to get up. The Wayne State signee had an open net, just couldn't cash it in.
But it all started from Zhao, just inside her own half, getting on the half turn, playing the ball into Balsley. Balsley didn't mess around. Played a great ball, well-weighted pass in for Tyler Donaldson, timing a run, not offside, and Anderson just did enough to force her to toe poke the ball wide.
Johnston will keep it, the possession. Hampton surveying, now will send it on deep. This will be played on a hop by Valley's keeper, Lydia Anderson. Signed on to play at Hawaii Pacific, as we still remain tied at 1, inside of 5:40 now to play in the first half. Liang trying to cut the corner. Valley able to intercept that. Stemler. Tigers looking to pounce here. Now on the attack with Hoffa. The shot with the left foot going to be played on a hop by the keeper and Meredith Downs. And this one remains tied at 1. Well, just a tremendous crowd on hand here at Cownie Soccer Park. Of course, the boys' championship also being played here. It's been a terrific venue all week. These teams playing on a day rest. Hampton tries to turn it around, finds a teammate in Donaldson. It'll stay with Johnston over on that far side. Again, we apologize for our technical difficulties, but we're able to bring you this game somehow, some way, and we still remain tied at 1. Tell your friends it's on. We've got it on the internet with Justin Vorster, BJ Shaban, and the Iowa PBS crew here. 4:22 now to go in the first half, still tied at 1. And if you missed it, if you're just joining us, just found it late, Johnston started the goal scoring with Emma Hampton with a header. And then it was quickly followed up at the 9:38 mark into the game. J.C. Lucky was able to find the back of the net on a strike in front of the net. So that's how we're tied up at 1. Each team now starting to settle in a little bit. We had a lot of streaky action up and down the field, which is now, as we mentioned, settled. Liang able to try to pop it forward. Now we have a whistle and a free kick here coming up for the Dragons with the foul called against the Valley Tigers. Earlier today, the 1A championship, it was Bishop Heelan besting Gilbert 2-0, and Dallas Center Grimes winning back-to-back championships as they knocked down Waverly Shell Rock for the second straight year. 2-0 the score there. Here tied at 1, and Johnston has had their chances here too to try to break this tie.
Yeah, they have. They've had probably the better second chance, I'd say, out of both, although Valley Tigers have been putting on a bit of pressure with deliveries from wide areas. But that chance from Donaldson, hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt her later on. It was a great effort, but Anderson did so well. As we look for the shots here, Balsley was just lurking in behind, but Spain getting a foot out there to block it.
Balsley trying to get inside on the ball. Now we'll find it, squibs it to the middle, and that's Goldstein who will clear it. A beautiful kick out to midfield.
Goldstein did really well there just to cover and clear the lines. Balsley is an absolute handful. She never stops, as you can see here again with this matchup here.
Now on Spain trying to find the opening. Each player tied up. Seems like we're going to get a free kick here coming up. Spain called for the foul, and Anna saying, me? Was that me?
A bit of both. I don't think it was a foul, to be honest with you, because they were both at it. But the ref blew, obviously, with the crowd behind everybody. The ref's going to make a decision. I'm not saying it's the referee's fault. She's doing her best here. But I think it was a bit of 50-50 with Emma Hampton stepping up. Now, Emma Hampton should be in the box on these, because she can get up technically and head the ball into the back of the net, like she did on the first goal.
Listed at 6'3". Hampton going to be playing college soccer at the University of Iowa. The referee, Nicole Skeppen, setting the Valley defenders back as they try to form a wall. Hampton will raise her arm as we are ready to go. Hampton with her right foot towards the net, going to be hauled in and knocked down. No rebound opportunity as Lydia Anderson holds strong on that free kick.
Lydia Anderson did really well there because she was blinded by the wall, so she stood her ground, stayed set. Balsley made the near post run. Everybody thought that's where the ball was going to go, but the bend on the ball, Anderson steady, saving.
Nearing the 1 minute mark to play in the first half. Again tied at 1. Johnston wearing the black uniforms, Valley in the white. So here we go, Valley trying to hold it in, give it one more thwart of a chance. Hall goes to the outside, that's Litt. Litt sending it deep, as that will be knocked away by the defense of Johnston, as Tylen got her foot on it, and the Valley sends an errant shot. So now we got 35 seconds to play in the half. Again, tied at 1 here. What has been a very interesting first half, to say the least. Thank you for hanging on with us here on Iowa PBS. So Valley, with 10 seconds to go, trying to find an opening. Lucky, who's had the hot foot for the Tigers, that will be bounced out, and that should pretty much wrap it up for the first half. So very entertaining first half. What we expected to see end to end. Johnston gets the opening goal, and a minute, 8 seconds later, Lucky strikes the net. That's where we're at. We are tied at 1. We'll try to regroup, and when we come back in time for the second half, as you're watching the Class 3A state championships here on Iowa PBS. Underway. The lights have been engaged. They haven't taken full effect yet. As we start to make our way towards evening, it's cooled off. The players feel fresh, and the second half about ready to go. What are the keys?
We're fresh as well, BJ.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that. What's been into, and I think the key here for the Dragons is 1v1 defending in the wide areas, taking care of the width, the attacking players of Valley. That's going to be key. On the other end, Balsley's somewhat been taken care of by Spain and Goldstein, but it's not all about her. The Dragons need to find players like Tyler Donaldson, like in the first half, in the wide areas, playing the ball through. We know that Balsley can do something. We know that she can spin players. We know she'll take 2 players out of the game. But when she does that, there's space. So who's counter moving into the space?
We've decided to go with just the sideline view here this evening with just down to a camera because Justin doesn't go up into the press box. Something about heights. But we've lost power. That's why we're at where we're at.
It's been a roller coaster ride. Don't worry about that.
So here we go, a corner kick here coming up for the Valley Tigers. Valley trying to do what they did in the semifinals, get down a goal and then come back with a vengeance. They outscored Waukee Northwest 3-0. Here's Hanson with the opportunity. She's verbally committed to play at Wyoming, and she sends this one towards the middle. Johnston right there to deflect it out. Tigers are going to try to hold it inside of the zone. Balsley centering it to midfield. It's a foot race to the ball. The Tigers will win out with it with Pepper Earl.
So Earl and Goldstein, while the corner was being taken, were both standing behind Balsley, where she's able to step in and win the ball. One of them must get in front, as you see Balsley out wide on the far side of the field.
With her left foot, sends it in. We'll have to curtail around to the outside. Donaldson trying to go back to Balsley, intercepted by Valley. Dragons will hold it in with Liang. Lucky will knock it down. Again, 2 minutes into the second half. These two teams going right head-to-head. A 3A state championship on the line. Tricky move as they tried to jet it down to Lucky. And the Dragons, Waverly Jow, able to find it as Valley possesses the ball.
Yeah, earlier on, Hoffer got the ball. Fanta making a run down the wide area on the far left-hand side, screaming for it. Hoffer couldn't get it to it. Opted to cut back inside and look for Loki on the far side. But again, with the shot coming in here, that should be easy for Downs. But again, the wide areas have been effective as long as the 1v1 defending in those wide areas for Johnson quality and don't allow them to get beaten.
Prior to this match, Downs hadn't allowed a goal, and the Tigers able to strike. 1-1. Now an opportunity here for Valley as they try to stretch it ahead. And the keeper Downs will get in on the play, but guess what? We are going to see Valley with a penalty kick coming up. This happened yesterday where the Tigers were able to get a penalty. They were able to cash in with a goal. Your thoughts?
I was still thinking about it. I think it was a penalty. With the way Downs came out, 2-footed tackle. It was good work from Hoffer initially, earning the penalty. I thought she was going to get the initial challenge. But yeah, the referee made a good decision, and here we go.
Hanson has the ball teed up. We're ready to go. 1-on-1 with Meredith Downs. Hanson ready to go with her right foot. Kicks it. It's denied. The rebound played around. What a job by Downs as this one's still in play as Lucky has it on the far side. Unbelievable.
Poor penalty by Hanson. She should have put more power into it, but credit to Downs, diving the right way, foot safe, did enough. But this is the thing, yeah, the players get up there and they get nervous. Just get up there and belt the ball. Don't be all soft about it. Get up there and smash the ball. Get power behind it. You get the ball in the back of the net. But Downs, well played. This could be the turning point here for Johnson if they can withstand some momentum and pressure. But you can see by the excitement of the fans after that save.
This one has some juice to it here with 36 minutes to go. Spain to the outside. Again, Valley, great spacing on the ball. Back to Spain. Again, trying to stretch out this Dragon team. Dangerous pass as Balsley was lurking. Now trying to turn the corner for the Tigers.
Fanta's winning that again. That's awesome.
This one belted in. Hampton will try to clear it out, but it stayed in by Fanta. And then there's a foul on Fanta as she had collided with Kennedy Godfredson.
Fanta's follow through on Godfredson, definitely a foul there. She didn't need to do it. The ball was going to go out anyway for a throw in. But it's just what they needed now. This is where Johnson can now slow the game down. Who's going to win this today, the Tigers or the Dragons? Fire coming out of one mouth, the stripes are going the other way. It's going to be interesting here. So much excitement here, BJ.
Oh, you can feel it with the crowd here as we are knotted up at 1 goal apiece, about what you would expect for a state championship.
Yeah, Tyler Donaldson just helping the ball down the line. Just relieves a little bit of pressure here from the back line. Then Johnston can regroup. They just need to get themselves more compact, cover the passing lane so the ball can't be played into Hoffa's feet. But the switch is always on. They need to position themselves in the midfield where they can show the ball into one area, get more numbers around the ball so the overloads are working towards them. Because right now, the upper hand is with Johnston, with Valley Tigers.
Here they go ahead and stretch it ahead. Here come the Tigers. Spanter. That one knocked away by the Dragons. Out into open space. Johnston will come to play in on it with Lua.
Lua did really, really well there, but on the other hand, Hallie Howe should have stayed in the midfield. She came out of the space into the wide area. All she had to do is stay in the space in the half turn, and she was out the other way.
One undisciplined action could be the difference in this contest. Tied at 1. Collision at midfield. Nobody gained an advantage. Here's Balsley. Oh, man, Isabel Balsley was lurking ahead. That pass had too much steam on it.
Lydia Anderson did really well there, knowing that Balsley's quick, knowing that she likes the ball in behind. The high line with Anderson, absolutely fantastic, like you see here again. Because Balsley will spin out and she'll be onto it. She doesn't hesitate. You never see her slow down, but like there again. Anderson, credit to her. Although it looks easy, starting positions are important.
Hampton with the big battle up top with Fantner. Now Hoffa. Soft pass going to be intercepted by the Dragons, but they give it right back.
Yeah, Fantner should have come more in an inverted run there. Give a different option here as Avery Galloway goes on the overlap. Somebody else has got to fill in as the 6. I see it right there. As Howe knocks it onto Tyler. Tyler just under pressure there. And a foul committed on the play there by Ava Hall. As now the white jerseys are getting behind the ball.
And Hampton with that big leg has open space to strike here right near midfield. And so here's Hampton with the strike. It's deep, headed back out. Liang, playing with the ball right at the top. Good jostling move to the inside, but thwarted again by the Tigers. Tied at 1, 32 minutes to play.
Howe just settling it there. Good option going wide to a teammate at left back. And Zhao still on the ball, going forward. I like to see the outside backs going forward. Looking in the middle for Howe. Howe, ball just bobbles everywhere and it's cleared away partially by Avery Galloway. He's found Fenton acres of space on the left-hand side. But look at the runs here from Hoffa. Not the ball that Hoffa wanted. She wanted the ball in space and behind, but it's picked up again. And just look at this by Hansen. Hansen taking care of it. This is where you slow the game down. No, you don't need to do that. That's an interception. I hate the square ball. That's the thing there.
Hard pass to the outside. Trying to go for it was Luau. It's going to stay with the Dragons on a throw, and it looks like we're going to have our first substitutions here of the second half, about 9 minutes in, as each team will go to their bench to try to add some strength. Kate Strickler into the contest here for the Dragons. Valley sending 2 players in. Ava Stemler.
See, Avery Galloway's gone out. I'm just seeing who's filling her position as the holding midfielder because she's held up really well in there. I know she's had some injuries. She had knee injury and come back.
Oh, what a
great tackle there.
Yeah, both just going at it. Did one good move, the other one came right back. Liang trying to find it ahead. And just nothing doing here for the Dragons as Howe. Too strong of a kick.
Howe was asking a lot of Zhao there at that particular moment. Probably Zhao's feet, but Zhao needs to indicate that through communication. If it's non-verbal, check back into the space, open up, receive the ball on your back foot. But as you see, the black jerseys coming across to cover the space. Great layoff there, I love that, into Fanta. Fanta's looking for the third runner on the far side.
Oh, good block, Valley. Just can't quite catch up to it. It will go out. And so it'll be a goal kick here coming up for the Johnston Dragons.
Finley Rivera just coming into the game, blocking that challenge. You feel the determination as we hear on the sideline, not like in the booth, but you hear it from the players. The intensity, the commitment of the players is at a very, very high standard right now.
I want to remind you, we've had some technical difficulties here tonight, as you can tell. We're on the internet, though, able to stream this game to you through a lot of extra hard work by our crew here at Iowa PBS. We've got a score tied at 1 apiece with just about 29 minutes to play. Again, it's somewhat cooled off for the evening. We've seen water breaks throughout the day. Interesting to note, if they will take a water break here, as you'll see a big trip and a penalty will be called. A free kick, as it's somewhat to the side of the zone, and this could be an interesting play here for the Tigers, depending on how they set up.
Yeah, Kate Strickler just bringing down Hansen. Hansen playing the ball in behind, but this is a dangerous area with an in-swinger. The sun currently in Downs' eyes. But again, this ball needs to be probably across the penalty area and between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. Otherwise, if it's too close to Downs, she's going to save it. And it's got to be driven.
See what happens here as you watch Hansen. The kick being sent in, and it will go wide left of the net. Still remain tied at 1.
That's a waste, absolute waste of a free kick. Get the angles right. Don't go for goal. Get the ball driven across the penalty area, get players running onto it, and get the defenders to turn to defend. Then it's more dangerous.
Meredith Downs, who's had a very busy night tonight, including a save on a PK.
Number 8, Waverly Jowl. And number 15, Bailey Aaliyah.
Players are asking for movement. Here's how. Just nice and simple. I like that. Interfeed into Borsley. Borsley finding a way out of pressure and finding space, but giving the ball away. And that's critical in that particular area. But she needed more movement from players. As Hansen receives it, and Fanta on the left-hand side, on our near side, screaming for it, is confident in the way she's playing. And look at the pressure here, BJ. Great challenge going in.
And contact. This one will stay in. It'll be the last touch by Valley, so we'll see a goal kick here coming up for the Johnston Dragons. And, you know, Zoe Fantner really trying to put a charge into that one. Terrific defense. She and Gottfredson have been locked up for most of the night here.
Yeah, the 1v1 battles with Gottfredson and Fanta have been really, really good so far. Gottfredson has denied the penetration into the box and the crosses. I mean, she's got her work cut out, but she needs the support of one of the holding midfielders to drop in. They're too high up. Emma Hampton doesn't need to come across and cover. It has to be from a midfielder. Hampton in the box with the other center back, and then Zhao on the far side tucked in. And that's how it should be. But because the players are so tired and there's a little bit of indiscipline, the roles and responsibilities are changing. Now, I don't know what they've been told, but that's what I would do.
Tigers will turn this back around. Again, tied at 1. The goals came about 9 minutes, both of them 9 minutes into the contest. 8:20 is when Johnston struck first with an Emma Hampton goal, and then J.C. Lucky scored a minute 18 later. And that's where we've been, locked at 1 here. And what's been end to end, a lot of energy being exerted out onto the field. And now we have more substitutions coming into the game.
And then to top it off as well, BJ, the penalty save from Downs just at the beginning of the second half
And the match for the
was well
Tigers.
saved, and those could be
Okay,
turning
Casey
points.
Lucky.
You've got the save from Downs, the miss from Donaldson.
And number
This is all
21,
part of the game,
Galloway.
and this game has been really exciting today. Even though the score's 1-1, it could be 3-3 at this moment.
Back into the middle of the field. Valley trying to find some positioning. They go to the outside, Fantner. And we'll have an offside call against the Valley Tigers. Fantner was lurking too far down into the corner. And so the referee, Nicole Skeppen, right on top of it. Inside of 25 to play, still tied at 1.
Fanta was asking Olsen to drive at the defender, but Fanta going into an offside position, she could have seen the line and held, but she wasn't expecting the ball at that point. She was just trying to drive the line to drop a little more, even though she went into that offside position, creating more space for Olsen to run at the defender.
Well, if you're thinking of a close game, this might be to Johnston's benefit. They have won 6 games by a goal this season. It's the best in the state in Class 3A. And right now in a tight game, might have that confidence on their side as the Tigers, again, try to stretch it out. That's a one-on-one battle to the outside that'll be won by Johnston. In particular, Waverly Zhao, who's really stepping up here in the second half.
Yeah, Waverly Zhao.
A movement ahead, trying to find Balsley, as that one will be kicked to the side. Balsley's going to try to trace that ball to come back to the outside. Dragons will hold it in, the pass to the middle. Going to be deflected out. Fantner up with it here for the Tigers. Trying to streak it ahead, Fantner. Hampton says no. Hampton now reversing course, putting a little charge into it. Hampton open, takes a big swing, the ball curving, the kick up, and it's going to be just denied at the net. Wow, Lydia Anderson fending off that late charge.
Yeah, Godfredson on the far post, just managing to get a shot off, but all the work done by Emma Hampton, getting the timing right, winning the ball. Avery Galloway didn't really need to dive in there, should have just jockeyed her outside or inside onto her left foot. But what a ball by Hampton as this game started to open up. Good positioning here from Godfredson as the shot comes in, but that's pretty easy for Downs just to let it go wide. I'm just trying to get a look on the initial player on the far side that was in there. That was actually Falbapov on the far post that got the shot in off Emma Hampton's cross.
So Downs, again with the big deep kick, puts it right out towards midfield. Here's Lucky, scoring the lone goal so far here for the Tigers.
So you see, I see what, I'll come back to that in a minute once this attack breaks down, as it has here with Godfredson, with Fanta tracking back. Look at that work rate from Fanta, tracking back to win the ball, but Molly Tractor's come away with the ball, just toe poking the ball forward, looking for one of her teammates to get onto as it breaks down here. But what I've seen with the back line, strategically, and I know this is to deal with Balsley, the head coach Chapman has gone and put 4 players across the back line. He's pushed Lit into the back line, all with tremendous amount of speed.
And we're starting to see somewhat of a small shift there with that play for the Valley Tigers. Again, Valley trying to figure out a way to, again, pepper the zone as have a quick little turnover there. Just what Johnston wanted, deep inside of their zone. And we're seeing a little bit of a volley here, back and forth.
Yeah, just coming off the back of Godfredson's head. But both outside backs are being put to work here. And I'm sure Anna Spain and Goldstein have been a little more relieved this second half after the first half of all the pressure from Balsley. They've done really well. Now they're enjoying a piece of possession. Anna Spain is another option, if needed at any stage. I'm not saying this, but if Valley are ever down, she's good in the 10 position. She likes to get forward, and she's scoring goals as well this season.
So the opportunity thwarted as that ball goes out of bounds, or no, stays in. As Johnston will try to advance it. We're near the 20-minute mark. It is the referee's discretion whether or not a water break is taken. As we mentioned, it's a little bit cooler tonight. The lights are on. We'll see if we'll continue play. Liang jets it ahead. Here's Bowlesley with an opportunity. The left foot just knocked away. Bowlesley and the keeper go for it, and it's the keeper walking away with it, and Lydia Anderson.
Goldstein did so well there just to get a toe to that ball. But the thing with Bowlesley is she wants that ball on her left foot. It was on her right, and you could see she was trying to get the angle right. With the ball that was poked away by Goldstein, Lydia Anderson, who's having a brilliant game today, diving down with confidence to save it.
We might not see a water break here. I think we play on.
Yeah, so do I. The momentum is going both ways. It's up and down. We don't need the game to slow down. 19 minutes to go, and that easterly breeze is coming in.
Oh, so nice, which could mean rain. As we talked earlier today on the broadcast, this header, Hampton gonna let the keeper take it, and Meredith Downs will scoop it. So 19 minutes to play to the 3A state championship. Could we go a little extra? We'll have to wait and find out, as we are tied at 1. If it does go to overtime, the overtime rules are 10 minutes per overtime. After 2 overtimes, we go to PKs. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah, it would be. I think this game is going to be won within the allotted time of 80 minutes. Ava Hall's also sitting in the midfield, doing a great job preventing the ball going into Bowlesley, marking Tractor with Avery Galloway. And as you can see here, you've got Earl Litt dropped in at the left back position. So there's all this pace at the back. Litt's having a great one-on-one battle, but look at Hampton go again.
She will not be denied. Hampton's going to send it on deep. Anderson's going to come up and scoop the ball. So the keeper on her toes, mindful of what Hampton was doing, and Emma launched it ahead. Again, we're tied at 1. Back into the pace of play for the Valley Tigers. Again, they haven't been able to advance much since that PK was denied by Downs in at net. This ball left open, hard tackle, and the advantage gain as Fantner will pick up the penalty. A water break is going to be taken here at the 17:37 mark.
Did they not hear us?
Must not have heard us.
It's cooled down. The game's going. I'm okay with it, to be honest with you, DJ.
Yeah, we'll take a water break with them too. We appreciate you being on here streaming this 3A state championship. We've had some technical difficulties here with Iowa PBS, but we are able to bring you this match one way or another. Johnston, again, just to recap, started the scoring. Emma Hampton with 8:42 in the game, a header, able to give the Dragons the first goal of the game. Then a minute and 18 seconds later, it was J.C. Lucky for Valley, able to tie it up at 1 apiece. That's where we've been throughout.
Yeah, and then the penalty save as well, which could have put Valley ahead. Saved Hanson with the penalty. Great save by Downs. And I think it's end-to-end right now. The battles in the wide areas are being dealt with by the defenders. Godfredson on our side against Fanta. It's been a great battle out here. I just feel that when the ball is on the opposite side, especially in the penalty area, red zone area, wide on the left, wide on the right. If it's wide on the right, Zoe Fanta needs to get inverted into the penalty area. At the moment, it's just either Hoffa or Riviera that's in there on their own. They need to provide more numbers in there, and an extra player from the midfield needs to attack as well. Whereas with Johnson, Bowlesley goes and they're all going at 100 miles an hour to get players into the penalty area. It's just like this, the crowd electrifies as soon as she does something or gets the ball. It's amazing because she has that energy about her. I just feel right now, the back four, plus Anderson, give Anderson credit because the starting position at the back, has been really good from a positional role, and she's prevented that just by the simple details, able to come out 3 yards and pick the ball up and then distribute, or quick distribution. But the back four right now for Valley, commanded by Anastasia Spain, doing a great job. But they've got to stay like this for the next 17 minutes because, again, we talk about complacency, and it just takes that one piece of mental breakdown, and that's the end of it. You've just got to be aware of all of that. As the players are now coming back out.
The table stakes, a 3A championship on the line. Tied at 1. Last year, Centennial bested Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln. Valley, though, won their last title back in 2021 with a 1-0 win over Ankeny. And here we go, Johnston trying to win a state championship in soccer like they did in basketball earlier this year. Emma Hampton, part of the starting 5 for that Dragon team, ready to put the ball in play with a free kick here coming up against 1737. It's a jet to the finish, tied at 1.
See, Emma Hampton's going to go for the long one. Somebody else could take this. Emma Hampton could go into the midfield inverted and then overload with numbers playing out. But opting for the long one, it's going straight down the throat of Avery Galloway, who's really good in the air and she can break up play. So the ball comes straight back. Rather just play the ball short in the central area, in your own half, into the midfield third, and then build out from there. It just seems to be a trend in the 1A, the 2A, and the 3A. Is it a panic of we don't want to lose? Just play the game you're used to, because these girls can play. Yep. So change it up, because it was an obvious one. But once they start doing that, then you draw the opponent out of position. This is where Fanta needs to get in the penalty area. It's just too far wide to offer. Look, there's only one or two players in the penalty area at this moment.
Looks like it'll be a throw from the far sideline, and Valley will go to their bench. So will Johnston. 4 players coming in for the Dragons.
Here's the change they've made. They've moved Anna Spain into the midfield. So with 16 minutes coming up, so Anna Spain's moved into the midfield. They seem to be pretty secure and comfortable at the back with the Litt, but I think right now Litt needs to invert into the midfield to block the ball going into Borsley's feet, because that's still on, but there's enough pace back there.
Let's see what happens here for the Tigers. So they get the pass in, the kick out. Johnston able to free it. Still belongs to Valley. See Anna Spain, 25. They're in your screen, a part of that state championship 2 years ago. Rob Chapman, 28 years as a head coach for the West Des Moines Valley Tigers. Says Spain is one of the all-time greats that he's coached at Valley. That's high marks. And as Justin had mentioned, moved up to the midfield to be more of an offensive threat.
If she gets on the ball, she'll be dangerous, because she likes to play those give and goes going forward. As you see Olsen on the ball, if they find her feet, watch this now. She'll look to play that or dribble.
Spain looking to attack. Going off to the outside to Hansen, and Johnston will just clear it away. It will be a throw here from the near sideline by Fanter. Johnston able to break it. Dragons out ahead trying to find Balsley. Balsley tripped up for the moment, battling for the ball. No whistle, clean play, no advantage by either team.
Good ball there by Tyler Donaldson, but well dealt with Hall on Balsley here. But again, watch the energy now for the next 10 minutes from Anna Spain. They're taking a risk here, but you'll see a difference.
See what happens here as this one swings to the outside. Hoffa goes to Fanter. That one going to be blocked out by Hampton.
You see again, Hampton's out wide here covering, when she should be. She should be in the penalty area. In these particular zones here, this deep, she needs to be in there defending. But you see how they've got Ava Hall covered there with Litt and Goldstein against Balsley. She's got 3 quick players. As long as they have one in front screening the ball, Balsley's really going to struggle.
This one sent to the middle. Again, the Tigers with 11 seniors on the roster, 10 going on to play college. Here's Balsley. Just a junior, Drake commit. Now as they go to Donaldson, From the far side, Donaldson will send it in. It'll be headed back out by Goldstein. Dragons again with the deep kick, trying to find Ballsley. That one played off to the right, and it will be scooped up by the keeper, and Lydia Anderson. So still tied at 1. 13:40 to go in the contest in regulation.
Yeah, now look at that distribution. Finding Anna Spain on the far side, working with Olsen. Look at her go, just coming in. But it's picked up by Emma Hampton. It's well played by Emma Hampton, just sweeping up the danger.
So Johnston able to advance it to midfield. Trying to stretch it out. Again, just the speed for the Valley Tigers. No tracksters on this Valley team, but Coach Chapman said he thinks he could have a whale of a 4x8 team if they wanted to do it.
That's a typical Chapman chirp, isn't it?
Yeah. Sure is. Valley will own this with a throw-in from Fancer. They look to go quick.
It's going to take up a sponsorship with John Deere after this. Look at this. That's the ball they want.
Now they go to the outside. You're going to look for Fancer. Fancer from the outside. The sweeping shot towards up. Spain goes for it, but it's going to be picked off in mid-air by Meredith Downs. Anna Spain was lurking in. That basketball player coming in and nearly got her head on it.
I'll tell you what, it looked easy from here for Downs, but out of the peripheral of her left eye, she can see Anna Spain coming in. Anna Spain won't back out, but you see the energy now going forward with Spain moving into the 10, where she's looking for the ball all the time, trying to be creative with the give and goes, and just looking to get on the end of the ball. It could work for them now. I know what he's going to do. If Valley do score, he'll move her straight back into the back four.
What are they giving up with Spain playing up to the front? I mean, is there an opportunity for the Dragons?
It hasn't really been, has there? I mean, let's at the back, Goldstein. They've got enough. Ava Hall, and then out wide on the other side. I mean, the back four right now that they've got, trying to take care of Ballsley, are very, very quick. And he's gone with that option. But there's nobody screening the ball into Ballsley's feet. And I think that's what they need to do. Just get one of them in front.
Here's a deep shot that just goes over the top of the net. Oh, putting a right into it was Allison Hoffa, the senior. Where Coach Chapman says she's engulfed with Valley pride and about put one into the books for the Tigers. 11:15 to play.
Here's what they might need to do. Now, if Ballsley drops into the midfield, she might bring one of the center backs with. And then what she could do is rotate with one of the attacking midfielders, or either Donaldson in the wide area, inverts more, because this is what's happening. So the inversion of the wide players, who have got players like Donaldson, needs to get a little bit closer. Ballsley comes and pulls the center back out of position, and then you can play the ball in behind in the half spaces. These are players out there that can be creative. They can do this on their own. They know how to do it. They've just got to be creative out there. And most of the time, the players come up with these ideas.
Hampton battling for the ball, but gives way to Hoffa. Trying to stretch that field out. Here comes Johnston. Zhao. Over to Liang. Over on that far side of the field, they'll pump it on in. And again, just so tough defensively are the Valley Tigers here so far. No streakouts or runouts for the Johnston Dragons.
Ava Hall's done really well. They're reading the play, getting in front of Ballsley to win it. They've got to refrain. Like Valley have got to get the ball on the ground, find the key players in the midfield, dictate it from Avery Galloway, Hansen, and then Anna Spain. You find those players on the ground on the half turn. They're technical enough and they'll combine going forward. But just lumping the ball forward isn't going to work. It's going to work more into the hands of Emma Hampton.
Back into the competition here. Valley Tigers with Grace Olson on the far side. Trying to work it against Liang. Tigers trying to find spacing to get it to Spain. With Hansen out of the game for the moment. Here's Hoffa. Hoffa with a blast that went right into the face of Hampton. It stays in. Here's Spain battling for the ball. Spain tries to do the swim kick. Banter from the outside, knocked away, and we'll see a corner kick here coming up.
Well, I tell you what, that
No corner. No corner. They said it was not deflected out by Meredith Downs.
What did you see, BJ?
I saw it.
You saw a corner?
I saw a corner.
Yeah, I think I saw a corner too, but that's going to Meredith Downs. And that happens in games. But how key was that block from Emma Hampton on that strike? And this is the chance here. But look at Ava Horse staying tight. Pepper Earl, but it's picked up here. The pieces are picked up. And that's the movement.
Liang, here's Bosley with the shot.
And those are moments in the game. Bosley's movement off the shoulder with the quick give and goes. That's what's going to happen. But she needs the support to do that. She has the players to do it around her.
Not going to find any higher quality soccer than right here in the 3A championship. Each team going toe for toe, tick for tack.
Yeah, no, look at this. I mean, Anna Spain is looking to get on the ball every single time. It's close to her within 5 yards. But I think she needs more players around her to get involved. Avery Galloway with Fancher out wide here. But look at that. That's the movement. What a great tackle there.
Here's Fancher.
Absolutely influential in the midfield.
Now Hoffa looking to play give and go. Tied up in the middle. Battling for the ball. Valley will hold on to it. To the outside for the Dragons. That's Luau. Trying to find Bosley. She has been marked and denied here. Valley knows where she's at out on the field. Again, tied at 1 with 7:20 to play.
A player that hasn't been mentioned much here is the player putting pressure there on Hansen, Brandy Vu. Brandy Vu has done a job in the midfield as far as breaking up players well and just kept it simple.
Here's Fancher from the outside. Will center a pass to Spain. Just off of her foot and will be cleared by Liang.
See what I'm talking about? Getting numbers in the box. That's been allowed.
Wrong pass to the wrong way. Hampton going to be tripped up. And we will see a whistle. Penalty called against the Valley Tigers, so a free kick here coming up.
Tyler Donaldson putting pressure on herself for giving the ball away. Forget about it. Just go win the ball back. Don't ponder on it. Do the next right thing here as she's receiving the ball. And that's the whole thing about it. This game's about mistakes and how you can learn from them and move on.
This will stay with the Dragons. Nope, reverse call. Goes to Valley. Again tied at 1, 6:15 to play in regulation. Who's going to get the opportunity? Johnston with a throw with Kennedy Godfredson. Going to try to go to the middle. That's Liang. This one played up. Fanter. With the left foot, trying to leak it ahead. Getting a streaking ahead for the Valley Tigers. An opportunity for Hoffa that's going to be picked off by Hampton. Boy, that one had gold on it.
Emma Hampton did extremely well there, just faking, cutting the ball inside. But as she's dribbling away, checks her shoulder just to see where Hoffa is before she plays the ball off. I like the way the crowd's screaming, but let's get on with the game. There's nothing wrong with that.
Physical play has been the nature of this one throughout, and it's been consistent. Into the middle, an opportunity now for the Tigers. This is Olsen. Grace to the outside with her right foot, centers the pass. Hampton will knock it out. They tried to find Spain. Hansen, instead of going for that shot, decided to give it away. Unselfish. Blows the opportunity down deep.
Center back's positioning, very important. Hannah Hampton in the right place at the right time. She was like that yesterday, put in a critical block against Julia Moore on the line. She's done the same thing here, saving her team, but that's the job, saving the goals.
Into the match for the Tigers, number 10, JC Lucky.
JC Lucky will re-enter the contest here for the Valley Tigers. Another striker. Tied at 1, 4:20 to play. Valley winning the earlier season matchup. These two teams walking through competition here at the state tournament to play here in the championship game. Good battle for the ball. Johnston trying to find Balsley. Isabel with the right foot, centering it off to her teammate to Donaldson, will lose it in traffic.
Too much panic at the back there, trying to clear the ball when you've got time. Don't panic, just take the touch and clear your lines. I'm just concerned about Avery Galloway. Looks like she's limping, still putting in the tackles. She'll never change though. She came out of that bad injury, the bad knee injury. But still out there working hard, and this game's getting so exciting with 3.5 coming up.
Each team with their opportunities in the last minute. We have 3:27 to play. Here's Spain right at midfield. Spain a little winded and a little push, and a free kick here upcoming for the Valley Tigers, which draws some boos out of the crowd.
You see, if you look now, Avery Galloway has this to her left-hand side. Look at all the space with Godfredson inside. But if it's played quickly, then they can attack. This is all right for Johnson. They don't mind this. Play into our hands. Emma Hampton will win it at the back.
Deep shot down the middle. The keeper out. Spain available. A jostle for the ball, and we have a whistle.
She didn't have the ball. She didn't have the ball there. The goalkeeper didn't have the ball, but it's going to go in the favor of the goalkeeper. But again, look at that determination. Anna Spain just pushed forward. You see the energy. If it goes into overtime, I'd leave her up there. Because the golden goal. And this is the thing with Chapman. He's not scared to take risks.
Right.
He'll do
He's
it.
the underdog.
He's matured in his age.
Downs with the boot. Played ahead. Look at this. Donaldson trying to streak it ahead. Swims it into Bolsley. Isabel got caught up in traffic as that one's going to be booted out. It will be a throw here for the Dragons. 2 minutes to play in regulation. And we're tied at 1. What a thrilling 3A championship.
You see how deep Ava Goldstein was. Goldstein was so deep, but then you had Ava Hall putting the pressure on Bolsley. And again, going into Bolsley. Bolsley just seems like she has energy all the time.
Now trying to find to the outside. That's Donaldson. The centering pass just went left. Too far ahead. Now Lucky will try to clear for the Tigers, and does. Inside of 90 seconds to play.
What a ball from Tyler Donaldson. Nobody on the end of it. Right pace. All they needed was just a black jersey somewhere close, just getting their head on the end of that.
Dragons trying to stretch this out. 1:10 to play. Maybe a quality possession left for either team here as the time winds down. That one going to be sent in. Here's Liang with the boot. And it's going to be scooped up again by Lydia Anderson.
Good defending by Pepper Earl on the far side, following the defender in. But again, Anderson, right place, right time. But I tell you what, the 1v1 battles are working out more towards the defenders. It might change. There's no complacency set in so far that I've seen. It's Brandy Vu, and again, just comes in, plays it simple, plays it back. Just keeps it simple. That's what I like about it. It's going unnoticed, but it's the little details like that.
Donaldson caught up into traffic. We've got 20 seconds to play. Johnston, as the clock continues to wind down. Liang tries to stretch it ahead. That one redirected out. As we're down to 10 seconds to go in regulation.
9, 8.
This one will continue to roll, but it will stay with Valley, but I don't think they're going to get an opportunity here. We are going to be headed to overtime number 1. Tied at 1. What action?
The golden goal. What an exciting half. What an exciting 80 minutes we've just experienced here. End to end. 1 goal apiece. A penalty saved by Downs of Hansen. Overtime. I don't want to see this game go to penalties. I want to see this game won in regulation time, because we all know what it's like. Penalty shootout, and we all hate it, but there has to be a winner at the end of the day. If you could give the medals out, can they split it? After that performance, yes. But this is exciting. We got 20 minutes coming up. BJ, I'm all in now.
Sudden victory, right?
Golden goal, sudden victory. I love it.
We'll take a break right now, too, as the teams recalibrate and reset. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. It's Liang to knock it out.
Liang clearing the ball, but the system hasn't changed here for Valley. They're keeping the same back four with the pace to monitor Borsley, which was evident in the first half. Anna Spain has moved, still playing higher up the field. I think that's a good option. Earlier on, a couple of weeks ago, I was chatting with Rob. Oh, sorry, just lost my track in there after I saw that. But after speaking with Chappie, he said that Anna Spain is scoring goals in a 10 position, and she's creative. Now here we go. Let's see what she does here.
Anna Spain trying to drive it in. Spain with the right foot denied by Liang. Still remain tied at 1 with a minute into the first overtime.
Good defending there from Liang, just getting a body in the way. But that's all it takes. Recovery, starting position. Look at that turn from Olsen. Well picked up here by Vu. And again, Brandy Vu going through the work.
Here, and Hampton will pick it off and send it back the other way. Balsley with a foot race to the ball. Going to be denied by Goldstein, but House Balsley ends up with it from the far outside with one defender to beat and was denied by Ava Hall.
Again, Ava Hall, you beat one player. Ava Hall's there. Goldstein's beaten. Ava Hall's there. Ava Hall's beaten. Goldstein's there. The matchups are exactly what Chappie has done right now. He's just got the right players in the right place. And that's just having an eye for the game, picking out pinpoints and getting the right players in the right positions. But again, I'm looking at Vu here. Brandy Vu's doing a good job just here in the midfield as she was on Hoffa there. As long as Johnson can keep the ball away from Spain and going into feet. And again, starting position from Anderson, good again.
Still tied at 1 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the first overtime. Back at it again, first overtime. Johnston Valley trying to streak it ahead with Lucky. Gonna be denied. Back to midfield. Balsley can't find the ball. Gonna be denied by Hall. Here's Fanter. A little flick back. Collision at midfield, incidental contact. We'll play on. Balsley trying to foot race for the ball, and she's got it. Balsley streaking it ahead, goes to the outside. The shot goes up and hits the bar.
Well, there's a chance. Balsley opting to go onto her right foot. I did say that she prefers the left foot as the cross comes in. Balsley again, cleared away, but takes it onto her right foot off the crossbar. That's really the only time, apart from the goal, that Lydia Anderson has been beaten.
6:44 to play in the first overtime. Valley trying to get their chance on a counterattack. Lucky streams it to the outside. Lucky able to get deep penetration, tried to center it instead of taking the shot as she had a Tiger streaking to the middle. They've done that a couple of times here, Justin. Might not be as confident against the keeper.
Well, there was Liang again clearing. If it's not Vu, it's Liang earlier on. But I 100% agree with you. And look at the pace of this game. Maybe needs to slow down a bit, build up, be a little patient, because it's going end to end. You're using a lot of energy. One of these two teams have to slow the game down, build up again, and see if they can open up the opponents. Just stretch one or two players out of place, because you know Johnson are going to counterattack.
Here's an opportunity. Liang with the shot in. It's bobbled up. Anderson just did knock it away, and the keeper ran into by Balsley. As both players are down right now, and we will have time with 5:35 to play in the first overtime. Boy, the keeper, Lydia Anderson, and Balsley collided, both going for the ball. The trainers are headed out.
Commitment from both players. It was a fair tackle. They both collided. Balsley's down, and so is Anderson. But now they're sitting up, so that's a good sign. Initially, when they were both laid out, I think it was more to fatigue and tiredness. But now they're starting to sit up, and hopefully they're both okay. Continue with the game, because they're both having fantastic games so far. Lydia Anderson I've been impressed with, and obviously Balsley.
Yeah.
Been unbelievable.
Oh, the keepers have been simply amazing in this one. Again, we're in our first overtime. We're tied at 1. How did we get here? Well, it was 8:42 into the game. Emma Hampton scored the game's first goal for Johnston. But it was just a minute 18 later. J.C. Lucky found the back of the net for the Valley Tigers to tie it up. That's the way we've been through the rest of the first half, the second half, and now with 5:35 remaining in the first overtime. So Balsley is up and walking off the field. Justin, with high school rules, does she have to come out, and does Anderson need to come out? Will we see a backup keeper?
You know, she doesn't have to come out, but I think with the high school rules, yes, you do. The FIFA rules, no, you don't, unless the keeper needs to be subbed. So what's going to happen here, Lydia Anderson's probably going to get ready to come back in, unless it's a concussion protocol that they've got to look at. I'm looking at Balsley. She's over there as well in the center area, going to the bench. So I don't think that's a protocol. I'm just seeing what's going on here with Anderson. Unless she's bleeding and has to go off. But normally the rules are, if it's a goalkeeper and you're bleeding, you can be treated on the field and play will resume. Now, high school rules, I'm not 100% sure on that.
So Balsley is out of the game. It's either Lizzie Jarchow or Amanda Pascal. I believe it's Lizzie Jarchow who's in at net here for the Valley Tigers. So again, Balsley, who's been such a striker for them all season, their leading scorer, out of the game too. Will have to spend some time on the bench. Let's see, they're going to test that Valley keeper. Already the defense trying to play stronger up. Now we go to the back. Still tied at 1 with nearing the 5-minute mark to play in the first overtime.
The press is coming in fast and thick. Players are pulling out of tackles and not going through the tackles and staying on the feet. And yeah, this is how Tyler Donaldson is going to advance.
An opportunity, that left foot is going to be put up, and how about that? Jarchow challenged and able to haul it in.
With confidence as well, and that's going to help her moving forward. I see Lydia Anderson back up there on the halfway line, but the ball has to go out of play, which it does now.
And now we will see those substitutions. So Valley will come in with 3 players, including Lydia Anderson back in. 4:30 to play in the first overtime, and Jarchow getting a hand from the crowd. Job well done there.
Did you see the look on Jarchow's face? What, me?
Yeah.
You're taking me off after that save? Absolutely not. But a standing ovation, well deserved for that save. What a tackle there in the midfield. It looked pretty sore, and I think it was on.
And we have officials' time as we have an injured player. That's Chloe Liang, just the freshman. In fact, head coach Eric Schaefer says she plays like a veteran, and Liang has been huge here tonight. Still tied at 1. Clock stopped with 4:06 to go in the first overtime.
And a veteran is the appropriate word. She's got tenacity, gets involved in the tackles, does Liang. And a freshman, what a future she has with the high school.
Certainly does. Now with the stoppage of play, it will be a free kick here for the Valley Tigers. 4:06, so Liang is out, and coming in is going to be Kate Strickler, the sophomore. Balsley back in for the Dragons too as well, the team's leading scorer. Here we go, Valley will pick it up with an opportunity. Here's a shot that will go over the net. Boy, Grace Olson gave it a ride and came up high.
Grace Olson at pace, little step over, scissors with the left foot, taking the ball onto her right foot, just getting under it. And I think that's been an issue all weekend. Don't get your head up, don't lean back, just get over the ball and strike through it. You get more power on it. I just feel like something is going to happen now. It's not going to go to penalties.
You got that sense. Here's Balsley. Going to be taken down on the play. It will be a free kick. That'll be from about 45 yards away from net. Let's see, they got Emma Hampton, who has the big leg, the lone goal of the game for the Johnston Dragons. She will do the free kick.
So here's what they do here. Godfredson on the right-hand side, just bomb down the wide area on an overlap, try and split the wall. But it's just going to go in there. But if she makes that darting run, they're not marking anyone here, as you can see.
3 minutes to play in the first overtime. Here's Hampton with the big shot. It's high and going to be hauled in by Anderson.
Confidence there with Lydia Anderson, and she's playing with confidence. This is one of the best games. We've done a few state finals, and that's one of the best games so far I've seen Lydia play.
One of the best games we've seen in a state championship.
I do not disagree with you.
Spain and Hampton battling for the ball. Hampton will keep it in play. Now it will be a toss here for the Valley Tigers. As the night goes on, the light's starting to take more and more effect here. Here's Spain.
Look at that turn with the cry for Spain's looking to cut in.
Spain to the outside, Fanter. Gave it a whirl. Comes up empty, too high and hard.
Fanta leading back and away. She should have stepped into that, wrapped her foot around it and just driven it in with a bit of bend. Anna Spain made that run into the box. I see Anna Spain's going off now for the change for Riviera. And maybe this goes into half-time just to freshen her up for the second half. But you don't want to take the risk. I mean, you want to stay in just due to it being golden goal.
Tied at 1 in the first overtime, 95 seconds to play. And if we remain deadlocked at 1, we will go to overtime number 2. Sudden victory, golden goal. Here we go. Johnston with the balls. And quickly turned right around from the defenders to Fanter up front, who has it left. Donaldson way up top trying to find Balsley. That one going to be headed up. Balsley still with the ball, but Anderson able to intercept. Boy, Isabel getting another opportunity deep.
There's a lot of tired legs out there, as you can see, the technical errors, the breakdowns, just swinging at the ball and missing it. It's just going to take one moment of brilliance here as we're coming up to the end of the half.
Valley with an opportunity from the outside, taking a look at it. Now it will be a throw. No, they're going to give it to Johnston with 40 seconds to go in the overtime. It's one deep. And the Dragons will try to clear it ahead to Balsley. That'll be played off of her thigh out. So it goes back to Valley here with 20 seconds to go in the first overtime.
Yeah, as we're coming up to the 15 seconds left, yeah. You've got Emma Hampton at the back, who's been just like the old style. Michelle Akers at the back for the national team, if you remember Akers back in that day, nothing getting past her.
Fanter with the shot late, and this is going to be a one-hopper right to Meredith Downs. Valley did get one more poke at it, so we will head to overtime number 2, tied at 1. And here we go. We have 2 minutes of rest time, and then it will come down to PKs. I sure hope they choose our net, don't you?
They better. It's going to be a long walk for all of us, isn't it?
Yes, it will.
We'll go stand on the edge of the penalty area on the field, make it more exciting.
Hey, I want to tell you about the extra effort we have here. We know it's an inconvenience for the broadcasters. Again, we apologize. We had a system failure where we lost our power here tonight on Iowa PBS, but we are trying to bring you the game one way or another. We are doing our best and appreciate your patience as you're watching the Class 3A game streamed here through Iowa PBS with Justin Vorster, BJ Shaben along with you. We are in double overtime. Are just about ready to enter double overtime, tied at a goal apiece. Boy, we had, I mean, it was a firecracker, as you would say, in the first half, first 10 minutes, and since then it's been all defense. You're wearing on me.
But thanks to Lit, of course it's a firecracker. Look at the pace at the back. I mean, it's the matchups are right all over the field, but it's endless. It's up and down, up and down. You do a lot of basketball, and you see a lot of that up and down the court, up and down the field here over 60 to 70 yards at a time. These individuals out there are putting in the graft. It's been an absolutely fantastic match, no matter what the result goes. I'm sure the fans have enjoyed, the viewers. Improvisation is what we call it. No complaints, always willing to make it work, BJ. Love working with you, my man. It's been an absolutely great day. And what a way to finish it.
Yeah.
Another half to go.
So Johnston will have the ball. to start the second overtime. We will have 10 minutes on the clock. If a team's able to score, it's over. If not, we will go to PKs at the end of this and line it up for a state championship. On the boys' side, earlier today, Gilbert won in PKs against Davenport Assumption. So it has happened before, but not for a girls' state championship, especially here at Downey County Park. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Class 3A State Soccer Championship. It's Johnston in black, Valley in white, tied at 1, and entering now the second overtime. Who has the legs? Who's going to be fresh to finish it? Liang, who went out of the game with an injury, is now back in for Johnston. Hampton will try to send it ahead. So the Valley Tigers, again, trying to strike here early on. This is Hansen. Hansen has it deep with the left foot, centers the pass. It just missed her intended target there in Hoffa. Valley again will still hold it into the zone. Valley again will give it a whirl. Hansen up, and that's going to be caught. What a save by Meredith Downs.
Meredith Downs came up big time there, especially after Zoe Fanta's first delivery across the box was picked up on the far side. But Hansen with that turn and strike, very deceiving, but Downs massive at that particular point.
Here's a take a look at it with Tyler Donaldson trying to find Balsley, being defended on the play. Well by Goldstein. Goldstein again getting some space, no challenges. Now stepping up and pouncing that ball away was Waverly Zhao. Goldstein and now will throw it deep.
Goldstein did really well there, just driving the ball into the opponent's half as we see a substitution coming up here. It's in the wide area. Looks like Pepper Earl's going up front there, pushing up higher up the field.
Number 22, Grace
Grace Olsen's come in, adding numbers forward here. You can see Rob Chapman's trying to go for it here and win it within regular time.
Here's a shot towards the middle. Hampton will head it back out. Valley going to try to track it down. Can they get a swing through? Yes, they do, and it will be hauled in by Meredith Downs. We remain tied at 1, double overtime. 2 minutes in. We have 8 minutes to play in the second overtime. Here's Hansen, going to be tied up by Liang. Boy, Spain able to free it. Anna tracking with the ball, ahead with her left foot to her right foot. Downs is going to swim over and again make a save. Meredith Downs has been huge here tonight.
Yeah, she's been big time, but she's got to get her deliveries away from Avery Galloway. As you can see, look, winning the ball. She won the first one. There, she's just flicked it away. She might need to distribute and pinpoint the wide areas. Away from the central area, just look for the 1v1 matchups. Look at Borsley here on the far side.
Isabel going to work, draws a triple team. Still trying to fend off the defender. That ball tossed away. Here come the Valley Tigers. Johnston will hold it inside of the zone. Again tied at 1, 7:10 left to play. Centering pass goes up too high and too hard. Hansen came down into the mix, lost it in the fray. Back to Valley. Here come the Tigers.
Someone's got to check back and show for the ball. All three of the runners were going high. Two stretched the line, one coming and received the ball at feet. I think Anna Spain was looking to check back to come get the ball at feet, but on the two wide areas, Fanta and Olsen started sprinting forward. At least one of them has to come back in between the lines on the half turn to receive the ball.
Spain whistled for the infraction. Will remain tied at 1 here. 6:35 to go in the second overtime. Hampton with a free kick. Just past midfield. Now we'll try to send it deep along that far sideline. Trying to find a teammate in Donaldson. Donaldson trying to shove one forward, but again denied by the Valley Tigers. This will be a throw on that far sideline here by Johnston. Dragons trying to go quick. Now we'll pitch it into Howe. Howe, centering pass. It's left open. Still up, and then it'll be captured by Lydia Anderson. Boy, just lurking in the neighborhood at that time was Lydia Lua.
And now the teams are That looked like handball. I thought advantage was played, maybe not intentional. But now you can see both sides are getting more numbers into the penalty areas. Borsley receives on the edge of the area.
Borsley trying to fend free, trying to get the ball. A collision, no whistle. Play will resume. 5:30 to go in the second overtime. These two teams are gunning for it. No direct shot, or a couple of direct shots on net. The keepers have been sound. Will they remain that way? Here's Spain. Forward, moved up from a defense position, now trying to play at the midfield and direct traffic. Gets it over to Hansen. Hansen trying to get through a defender, draws the double team, loses the ball to Liang. Boy, the ball just hanging out into open space, under 5 to play in the second overtime. Valley with Pepper Earl playing up, playing forward. Here's Hoffa going to the outside with her left foot, trying to guide it back with the right. Defender steps up and blocks the ball.
That was too obvious. The defender managed to stay on her feet, stick with it. Expanded view. Looks like there's going to be a free kick, but Hoffa was well dealt with it. Maybe look to combine. She had Anna Spain in front of her, but we have a free kick.
And a yellow card is going to be issued on the play.
Ava Hall's just received the yellow card. Now here's where the decisions come in. Do you leave Anna Spain up front, or do you move her to the back? Because now it depends on which player's coming in.
Fanter will come back into the contest here for the Valley Tigers. Also coming back in is Ava Stemler. Free kick here coming up. Mark it about 38 yards away from net. This is Emma Hampton. 4:29 to play in the free kick after the yellow card issued against Hall. Here comes Hampton. The shot towards the net. It's lurking and stepping and boxing the ball out was Anderson. Valley trying to go with a counterattack here. Going to be thwarted by the Dragons as they hold it in. But Spain with the wheels, able to turn the ball around. What grit, what determination.
What a save there by Anderson. Just diving, getting both fists to the ball. The switch is on here for Avery Galloway. Closed down by Tyler Donaldson. Galloway looking for the quick one, which she does. Now they've got players going forward.
Here we go, back at it with the Valley Tigers. Still tied at 1:3:45 to play in the second overtime. Here's a shot towards the top of the net that just sailed right in front of the net. Nobody home for Valley on the counter on the outside of it. So it's going to stay with, or go to Johnston with 3:30 now to play in the second overtime.
Great delivery there from Fancher on the far left-hand side. Absolutely fantastic. Just eluding everyone. Over Downs as well, and over the white jerseys that were in there. Nobody's coming and bending the run on the far post. Just timing the run. It's going to happen. Take the chance, time the runs. Someone near post, stagger the run. Someone on the penalty area. Check back to the 6-yard spot. It's going to happen. It's getting exciting here. Look at Lit go.
Lit in wide open space with her left foot with the shot, and going to be knocked down. The rebound, and it's going to be knocked in by Spain!
Anna Spain with the winner. Can you believe this? Can you believe this in her senior year?
But
oh no!
Wait a second. The official is saying is offside. The official came running over and said no. Did she call her offside? No goal, no championship.
The goal has been disallowed, but it's hard to see from here. We can't see if it's offside, but it did rebound off Downs, off the initial strike. Fireworks here on field 6. Who needs to go watch the boys game on 9 when you've got the A3 girls game on field 6?
So no goal. The referee, Nicole Skeppen, said no. We are still tied at 1. Second overtime. 2:50 to play. Meredith Downs with a goal kick here coming up.
unbelievable events happening here on Field 6, the home of Grandview University. How exciting is this game? I know every year I say this is the most exciting game. This year now has to be the most exciting game that I have covered, BJ. You've done more than me, but this is absolutely scintillating.
Thrilling for both parties, both schools, and for the state of Iowa here in soccer. Now the free kick here coming up for the Tigers. They'll put the boot in it. It's going to go long, and it's going to be hauled in by Downs. She's been steady all night long. Again, a goal wiped off the board. Tied at 1 here, inside of 2 to play in double overtime. If we get through this timing, it'll come down to PKs. Penalty kicks looming for these two teams. Valley says, no, we want to end it right now.
There's always the question, was Anna Spain offside when the shot was taken? When the shot was taken, the goalkeeper saved it and she's there. She might not have been offside, but it's hard for us to see because our angle is so different.
Here we go, Johnston with the opportunity. Balsley caught up in traffic and will be denied by Goldstein. Goldstein in space. Now here's Luau trying to swim it ahead. Valley will punch it out. 1:15 to play, still tied at 1, and it will be a throw here for the Dragons as they hurry it up with Zhao. With the throw to the side to Balsley. Going to be marked on the side. Balsley trying to counterbalance against the defender in Stemler. This now to the middle. They'll swim it back out to Liang with the shot that just shanked off to her right of a foot. 50 seconds to play. Johnston still with the ball deep inside of the zone. Donaldson, and has it deflected away by Litt. And now another throw here. 35 seconds to play. Johnston, again, they'll play it up. The header back out. Dragons trying to keep it in the zone. Here's a kick that goes high, deep inside of the zone. The keeper, Lydia Anderson, remains strong. Inside of 20 seconds to play before we head to penalty kicks.
Both keepers have done well. They've been confident in goals. It looks like it's going to go to penalty shootout, BJ.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And it will go to a shootout here as we're tied at 1. Keep in mind, we had both goals scored 9 minutes into this one, and then it's been all defense. Valley thought they had won it just a moment ago, but Anna Spain called offsides. Denied the goal, and now we'll go to PKs. What net are they going to shoot on? And where is this one going to finish? I mean, we've got some time to think about as we set this up. And you think about it, Johnston, I mean, they are a team with a lot of moxie, composure. They've had 6 games, decided that they've won by a goal or less. For the Valley Tigers, senior dominated. 11 seniors on the squad, 10, as we had mentioned before, going on to play in college. This has been a thriller, tied at 1. And here we go to PKs, my friend.
It has been a thriller. I'm losing my voice here, BJ, but it's been an absolutely fantastic showpiece here this afternoon on Field 6. Pity it has to end like this. I think it's going to be the goalkeeper's day today because both of them have been outstanding. It's going to be a moment of brilliance on the save and then obviously the execution. I think a goal in it, 1 save, and a goal to win it is my prediction here, but who knows? It's the player that steps up to take it.
Oh, the thrill of it. Now the coach is going to go through the lineup. If you are the Valley Tigers, obviously you've got a big arsenal. What do you?
I think they're going down the other side. I wish it was our end. But that's based on the coin toss.
Yes.
So generally we have to wait for that. One team can choose who goes first, and one team can choose the side.
Maybe it's wishful thinking for those fans that are lurking down that way.
They're just getting some physical activity in. I think that's what they're doing. going to be taunting across from end to end as we hear cheers on field 9. So must be a goal down there as well.
Well, again, we apologize for our broadcast today. Sometimes some things happen. We lost power, so we were unable to put this over the air, but we are glad that you're joining us via stream. Tell a friend, tell a partner where you can find it here for PKs coming up. Nothing more thrilling or exciting than penalty kicks that'll be coming up. And it looks like, Justin, they are trying to make a decision as to where and which side they go. I think of Meredith Downs today. She's already staved off a PK. And they were able to hold that off. Lydia Anderson, the keeper for Valley, has been under duress all evening as well and has been able to play it strong. And it looks like they are going to go down to that far end. Yep, that's the south end. We'll try to give you the best vantage point that we possibly can, as we're somewhat constrained by, believe it or not, power and power cords. Oh, yes, you still have to connect.
EJ, it's the power of the mind at this moment. It's improvisation. It's been absolutely fantastic, and I love this, just being on the pitch side as well, because we're getting a feel of the atmosphere. But this first penalty is going to be the pressure moment. Interested to see who takes the first one. I wish the photographers could take another stance somewhere else. As the fans are being cleared to the far left-hand side.
I'm taking Chappie won the coin toss. That's why he decided to go away from us.
He's done it on purpose. I know what he's thinking. I know exactly what Chappie's thinking. And he's superstitious as well.
So Valley will have the honors here to go first. Let's see who the Tigers elect to go with. Out there they have Avery Galloway. Of course, it'll be first up on the PKs. 22, Grace Olson, the senior, 7 goals on the season. St. Cloud State signee. She didn't actually decide she wanted to play soccer until late, and St. Cloud State actually saw that, you know what, she was going to be pretty good, so they kept her. And they said, hey, you come with your teammate. So here we go. Going to be challenging Meredith Downs. Here's our first PK. And Valley's on the board.
Meredith Downs gave that away by moving to her left early, which made it easy for Olsen, seeing the movement, just playing it in the opposite corner. The goalkeepers must stay set till the last minute. Don't show any movement, because that's going to give an indication to the player on the penalty taker on which side they're going to play.
Here's Emma Hampton. Scored the game's only goal. Blasts that one through and does it there. Finds the high corner to tie this one up at 1 apiece.
Technique at its best. Anderson going the right way. Hampton opening up her hips and just playing it into her right-hand corner.
So here we go with Anna Spain. Again, going on to play at St. Cloud State. Coach Chapman called her one of the all-time greats. We've seen her play for a number of years for the Valley basketball team. Won a state championship there. Can she do it in soccer again? And hits the crossbar. Denied. Now Isabel Balsley will go, just a junior. Leads the team in goals with 19 on the season. 45% of her shots on goal have made it to net. Missed last season due to an injury. One of the most dynamic players in the state, and she hits the crossbar. No. Wow. We're still tied at 2 goals apiece.
Both penalties had the goalkeeper beaten, but crossbar eluding them at this point. So we back all square.
Here we go with Rachel Hansen. Committed to play at Wyoming, took a club soccer trip out there, loved the country, decided to commit to the Cowboys. Here's her shot, denied by Meredith Downs, the second time today. that she has beat Hansen on a PK.
Yeah, and again, that's an easy height for the goalkeeper. Just her approach to the ball, how she came around the ball. Downs read it well, just moving to the right. Easy to save, but it goes down as a save. It's obviously a great save if they win it.
Here's Tyler Donaldson, Wayne State signee, missed all of last season too with an injury and airmails this one into the parking lot. And we are still tied.
I told you it'll be about the goalkeepers. The technical quality has been pretty poor. Donaldson was a little bit nervous there, leaning back and away from the ball, ballooning it over the crossbar.
Here's Allison Hoffa, the Simpson signee. Coach Chapman said she was the best player on the field in the semifinals. Can she get one in the net? Yes. Kept it low. Valley takes the advantage. 2-1 with an opportunity with one more PK round of PK after this. Hallie Howe will go. Howe has yet to score a goal this year.
Howe has to score this to keep Johnson on a thread. If she misses, they're in trouble.
Money.
Absolute money there. Stick that one in the bank, sending the keeper the wrong way. Game's at 2-2 with the fifth penalty coming up for both teams.
So now the Valley Tigers will have Avery Galloway, the Naval Academy recruit. You know, only 8% of applicants are accepted into the Naval Academy. She made it in, recovering from an ACL from a year ago. 100% back. Limited playing time, though, down the stretch. Let's see what she can do here. And the keeper able to snag it. Now Johnston can win it. And they're going to leave it to the freshman, Chloe Liang. Is that Liang or Zhao? I believe it's Zhao.
Picking for Johnston, Chloe Liang.
Oh, Chloe Liang, the freshman. How about this? Johnston is your state champion.
She didn't even realize she just won it. She just scored and turned around. Liang just playing the ball straight down the middle to clinch it in a penalty shootout for the Johnston Dragons, much to the excitement of their crowd to the right-hand side.
Unbelievable match. And Valley, who thought that they had it won in double overtime, had a goal wiped off. They win it in PK 3-2 over the Valley Tigers. So the Johnston Dragons able to win a state championship in basketball, and they do it now here in soccer. And for the Valley Tigers, what a match. For Johnston, again, kind of the improbable way to win it, and they're able to do it. But I got a feeling Meredith Downs, Justin, and Anderson, some of the best keeping we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, both of them came up big time, and it's sad to see one of these two great organizations, the high schools, lose in a penalty shootout. But like you said, Downs came up big time today with a couple of saves. The crossbar also on two occasions. But again, it comes down to nerves and just the jitters going up to the penalty. These are pressure kicks in front of your home fans, in front of your student section. It's really difficult. As you can see now, the Johnson fans are now running over to the Johnson Boys High School game, having won this. But absolutely proud of Johnson. My heart's broken for a few of the players that I know on the Valley team, some of the seniors that I've had personal touch with coaching, and Anna Spain and Avery Galloway, but Anna Spain. And I wish them all the very best in their futures in college. It's been an absolute pleasure today.
Well, we will keep it here for the trophy presentation. The all-tournament team will be announced here momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to direct for the awards presentation. Presenting the awards are members of the Girls Union staff.
And so with the all-tournament team, we can give you that announcement here. Meredith Downs named to the all-tournament team. Also from Johnston, Emma Hampton, Tyler Donaldson, Also a part of the team is Isabel Balsley. For West Des Moines Valley, a part of the squad, Rachel Hansen. Anna Spain, also a part of that all-tournament team. Natalie Gallagher of Waukee Northwest. Julia Moore for Dowling Catholic. Also from Waukee Northwest, Zoe Mahoney. And from Dowling Catholic, Sarah Moore. And your all-tournament team captain, Isabel Balsley, will be your all-tournament team captain.
From Johnston, Emma Hampton.
Well, for those of you watching, we appreciate your time and appreciate your patience. We're able to deliver the game one way or another. Again, Johnston winning it 3-2. It's been a long day here for all of us at Iowa PBS, and we're proud to bring you these state championships. Justin, what a day, and what a way to cap it off with Johnston winning in PK.
It's the icing on the cake, BJ. You've gone through the day with all the class 1A, 2A, and now the 3As. This is just the icing on the cake. Sad way to lose. Credit to Johnston High School. Came from nowhere. Just everybody didn't expect them to come this far. But they had the players to do it. And they've come in here, and they're still very young, and they'll be back next year, BJ. They'll be back, that's for sure.
To start off the day in Class 1A, Bishop Heelan, who's now back in Sioux City celebrating. They defeated Gilbert 2-0 to win the 1A championship. In the 2A title match, it was Dallas Center Grimes going back-to-back as they knocked off Waverly Shell Rock 2-0. And then here again in the nightcap, 3-2, our final score through PKs. It was tied at 1 through double overtime. Johnston, your winner, as they knocked down the Valley Tigers to win a state championship in girls soccer, their first ever. Terrific job, well done.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you see, all the players getting their accolades here tonight.
Anna Spain.
As you hear, Anna Spain, I've had a personal touch with Anna Spain as far as coaching. Great girl, great athlete, going on to St. Cloud State with a few others mentioned as an Olsen and Fanta and Katie Compton out of Centennial. I know Jade Smith personally, and she's done a great job bringing these players in. I think they're going to be successful out there. Balsley now receiving her accolades, been unbelievable, but also I've had a touch with Tyler Donaldson when she was 12 years old, Avery Galloway on the other side when she was 12 in the same team, and to see these kids go on as adult human beings into their college careers is absolutely fantastic, and I'm proud of them.
How about the freshman winning it, though, in PK?
Absolute composure. Did you see how she stepped up there, opened up the hips, and just played it into the bottom corner? Turned around and didn't realize it was the winner until the referee blew the final whistle, and then she got all excited. You talk about composure. Maybe it was a good thing. No pressure.
Well, we thank you again for watching. We're going to turn it over to the crowd and the reaction now for the trophy presentation. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you again during the softball championships out of Fort Dodge.
Good day today, man. Yeah. Really good. Thank you. Thanks for your...
And now, for the trophy presentation. In addition to receiving medallions, each player will receive commemorative soccer balls provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Ladies and gentlemen, the Class 3A runner-up, the West Des Moines Valley Tigers and head coach Rob Chapman. And your 2023 Class 3A champions, the Dragons from Johnston, and head coach Eric Schaefer.